Home prices are about to start falling faster than they did back in 2006. Can't believe it? Well, sit back and we'll tell you why. The demand for housing is beginning to fall due to several reasons, including increased borrowing costs for mortgage interest rates. With rates currently skyrocketing, the amount of interest a borrower must pay is increasing dramatically. This is knocking many of potential buyers out of the market and forcing others to downsize the house that they may have already been hoping to purchase. Where there is a reduction in demand and or an excess of supply, housing prices will fall, just as they did back in 2006. However, in this video, we're going to tell you the reasons why we think the housing market is going to crash faster than it did in 2006. The equilibrium price of a property is determined by the law of supply and demand. Bidding wars frequently happen when there's a shortage of home inventory or when prices are high. Multiple parties may be interested in the same property, and they may all try to outbid one another by raising their offers for the purchase price. When the seller accepts one of the offers, which also removes a unit from the supply, the bidding war comes to an end. The cost of the house tends to increase when there is a high demand for properties in any given city or state, coupled with high quality residences for sale. Now, in the real estate market, it can be a challenge to determine the precise ratios of supply and demand. This is due in part to the lengthy process involved in building new homes or remodeling existing ones before reselling them. Similar to how it takes a long time to buy and sell homes and other properties, real estate is unlike other sectors. As a result, it may take a while for transactions to be completed, which makes real estate rather illiquid. The demand for housing will be influenced by a number of things, including increased borrowing costs caused by increased mortgage interest rates. People are typically eager to take on more debt when interest rates are low because they may reasonably afford more debt for the same monthly payment. In other words, because of the amount of interest they must pay is less onerous at lower rates, they could be able to finance the purchase of a home. Now, where there is a reduction in demand and or an excess of supply, housing prices are going to fall. So in order to decrease the money supply and lower the inflation rate, the Fed has begun to raise federal funds rate. Along with that, the Fed Chair Jay Powell has made it clear they intend to continue aggressively raising rates until inflation is back under control. Many are expecting the effective mortgage interest rate to climb up to 10% in the next year. When interest rates are low, buy-to-lease investors are buying homes just to rent them out and become new landlords. That's because the cost of mortgage payments on the home is less than the rental income at a low interest rate. Investors have a significant incentive to purchase real estate as a result. With the current shift in the housing market with increased rates, these investors will no longer be part of the buyer pool and may even begin to sell properties to liquidate assets. Mortgage, title, and escrow companies are already seeing an almost complete drop to new mortgage loans. Some areas such as Las Vegas are showing close to a 90% drop off in new loans. Thankfully, the U.S. unemployment rate is still at a low at 3.7%. However, with the significant loss to mortgage loan business, that may start changing very quickly. Many of these banks, title, and escrow companies are already beginning to lay off staff as a result of the drop in business. Companies such as Loan Depot and Wells Fargo are already targeting thousands of jobs for layoffs in the coming months. Additionally, realtors and real estate agents are seeing their businesses dry up. Redfin reported that existing home sales plummeted 35% in the year through late October, the biggest drop they've seen since they began tracking this data back in 2015. This is causing many realtors and agents to get out of the field altogether as they begin to look for new work in anticipation of a major housing crash. This dramatic fall in demand means that housing supply is going to begin to build up. A buyer in today's market is already looking at a monthly mortgage payment nearly double what it would have been 1 year ago for the same priced house. That means buyers will have to significantly cut the cost of the home they can now get a loan approved for, or sellers will also start receiving bids much lower than their asking costs. Some sellers may decide to just hold the property, but that's not possible for everyone. As the ripples from the rate hike expands, more people are going to lose their jobs and income, forcing them to sell the home they are in today and unable to afford a comparable home and likely needing to downsize or rent a home instead. This buildup of supply will inevitably lead to a lower price as sellers are forced to recoup some amount of their value to pay off the loan and be able to afford a new one. Approval for new loans is going to drop as well. Gone will be the days of $0 money down financing. Similar to the 2006 crash, banks and loan companies are going to want at least 20 to 30% money down to finance a loan. This is going to help them to ensure that there's equity in the asset already built in so that as home prices drop, the mortgage won't become underwater. This will further lead to the quickening of home supply growing. In the next year, some market insiders are warning that a 30% drop in home prices could happen. So if you're looking to buy a home now, make an offer at what you believe the price will be a year from now. If it's a $500,000 home, make an offer close to $350,000. Be patient. Don't overpay. Don't get into a bidding war with another buyer. The market has already shifted, and you want to make sure that you're making a sustainable deal for your future that you can continue to afford. All right, well, thanks for watching this video. We hope you found it helpful. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe below so that you can stay prepared and informed on all the latest housing news. We'd also love to hear your thoughts and questions. We read every comment posted, and we may even use one of your comments for a future video. So make sure to tell us what you're thinking down below. Thank you so much.